These days, our attention has been fluttering from one app to another, be it Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or whatnot. In humans, the average attention span has dropped to a significant and astonishing 8.25 seconds. That's even lower than a goldfish's attention span. We are constantly surrounded by our gadgets, be it our phone, tablet, or whatnot, which once intended to help us have now taken over us, our lives, and our attention. This lack of attention leads to us being distracted and kills our productivity. Human beings, it seems, are at their best when immersed into something challenging. Deep Work by Cal Newport is based on how you can get this attention back from the devices, how you can focus more on your tasks in hand, and how you can skyrocket your productivity. Hey everyone, I'm Pratyay, the wannabe YouTube summary guy, and today on this episode of Book Club, we are going to summarize the book Deep Work by Cal Newport. This summary is going to be split up into two major parts. The first part of the video being what is deep work and why is it rare. The second part being how you can incorporate the deep work into your daily lives. So let's start with the point. What is deep work? Deep work can be described as professional activities in a state of distraction-free environment which pushes our cognitive abilities to their limits. This kind of efforts leads to creating more values in our lives, improving our skills drastically in less amount of time, and these kind of efforts are hard to replicate. This kind of work is harder to replicate because it takes high amounts of practice, high willpower, and at times social disconnectivity in order for us to get into a state of deep work. Now let's talk about the second point, the exact opposite of deep work, the shallow work. Shallow work can be defined as non-cognitive tasks which are often performed in a distracted state. These kinds of effort do not create much value, do not lead to you gaining much skills, and are easy to replicate. Shallow work is basically when you are distracted and you are working. For example, let's say you are writing your practicals while listening to songs. And if I ask you out of random, what did you write in the last page? You wouldn't remember. That is an example of shallow work. It is easier to do shallow work because of its low cognitive demands. We know deep work and shallow work. So the question arises, why should we opt for deep work and not for shallow work, right? The reason for this is our next point, which is attention residue. Attention residue is one of the major reasons why deep work is better when done in longer periods or longer intervals of time. The concept of attention residue states that every time you switch from task A to task B, some amount of your attention or the attention residue is left behind in your previous task. Let's say you are watching YouTube videos and then you went to study. Then you cannot get directly into deep work, into studying, because some amount of your attention is there in the last YouTube video. What the guy might have been saying, what the next recommendation might have been for the videos. That is attention residue. And that's why if you are doing shallow work and switching constantly between tasks, your attention will get depleted a lot because of your constant switching of tasks and the attention residue which will follow. And the reason why this attention residue is bad, because the more you switch between tasks, the harder it will get to get focused on your tasks. And unless you aren't focused, you cannot get into the flow state and you cannot perform excellently in the task in hand. You might think at starting that deep work isn't for you. It might seem impractical to be sitting for 6 hours straight or 12 hours straight doing some task. But that's our next point, that deep work isn't something you're born with. Deep work is a skill. The ability to do deep work needs to be fostered over a long period of time. If you are new to deep work and after watching this video you say that you are going to perform deep work from now onwards, that's dope, I'm glad. But don't compare yourself with the other people doing deep work. If you are first time doing deep work, it might happen that you are able to sit for 30 to 40 minutes at a time. Then as you keep on practicing, as you hone your skill of deep work, the time span will increase to 1 hour, 2 hours and so on. And gradually you will start getting all the benefits of deep work. Now, let's talk about how you can incorporate this deep work into your day-to-day lives. The 4 rules for deep work. Rule number 1, working deeply. Obviously, in order for you to get into deep work, you need to practice deep work. To make deep work a constant in our day-to-day lives, we have to routinize or ritualize deep work or just place it in our daily lives. As I said previously, deep work is a skill. And in order to hone any skill of yours, you need to repetitively go over that skill again and again. It can be a boring process, but give it time and it will shine. This point, working deeply, basically means that you have to routinize or ritualize deep work in your day-to-day tasks and keep it there or place the deep work slots every day. Point number 2, embrace boredom. Intense concentration is a skill that must be trained. If throughout your day-to-day lives you end up giving in to the distractions from your phone or from your any devices, you'll end up not being able to build concentration for the deep work. And even worse than that, if you are constantly giving in to the distractions, you are literally rewiring your brain to be okay with distractions and even reduce your attention or concentration span. There's a simple solution to this though, embracing boredom. Next time whenever you are bored and you feel the urge to check your phone because you are bored, because you have nothing to do, just accept it that you are bored. Look around you, look at the environment. It's okay to be without the phone. Just stay without the phone and don't give in to the distractions. Because every time you're giving into the phone, your willpower is literally dying within you. Point number 3, quit social media. Now this might sound a bit too hard to do. I get it, quitting social media is practically impossible at times for most of the people. But I'll say I personally have quit most of the social media and there's no FOMO, there's no stuff. The people you need in your life will contact you anyways. But for any reasons, if you just cannot quit social media, it's cool. The least you can do is turn off the notifications. That's the least you can do for yourself and your attention span. If you turn off the notifications and decide certain time slots in your day, that for example, if I wake up at 6 a.m., I will not check social media for the next at least 2 to 3 hours. So I won't be checking social media till 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. Just make such rules in your lives. It is important to quit social media or at least turn off the notifications because you cannot really work deeply if you are constantly feeling the urge to hop onto the social media platform every few minutes. Social media is quite addictive in nature due to its notification, and this high additivity makes it the rival of deep work. The point number 4 we have here is draining the shallows. The shallows here is basically the shallow work you do every day. We cannot completely quit doing shallow work because shallow work is encouraged in our lives a lot of times. Even multitasking, most if not all of the multitasking can be considered as shallow work and it kills your attention span. Let's say you are listening to songs or talking to someone while writing your practicals. You are literally not attentive on the practicals because talking to someone is less cognitively demanding than doing the practicals any day. That's why you have to try to reduce the shallow work as much as possible and do as much as possible deep work, because the lesser shallow work you will do, the lesser your concentration will be degrading, and the more deep work you do, the better your concentration will be. Now let's go over 2 additional tips you can use to incorporate deep work into your lives. The first one being using routines to ritualize deep work. Working deeply in a world which promotes shallow work can be quite tough. In order for us to achieve such a feat, we have to make sure to ritualize deep work into our day-to-day lives. Point number 2, saying yes to the wildly important. Saying no to the distractions can be quite tough. I get it. If Facebook or Instagram are the distractions getting in your way, it can be quite hard to be not distracted. But when you have a certain goal in your life which you want to achieve, you want to go all out for it. At that time, these kind of distractions don't matter that much. So it's important that you do deep work for something which you strive for, which you really want to do from deep within. And that kind of work, when you are doing it, saying no to the distractions will be a really easy task. And that's what it means when the point says that say yes to the wildly important. Deep work for me is not leaving the world behind and living in isolation. Deep work for me is basically cutting the world off temporarily so that I can be with the task when I'm with the task, and so that I can be with the world or the people when I'm with them. Deep work is basically me giving time to the thing in front of me and not thinking about all the infinite things that just are parallelly happening around me. With this, I conclude this video. I loved having you guys here, and it would be spectacular if you could just comment below what you liked, what you didn't like, what you hated, or what could have been better. I would love to have your opinions. Also, do like and subscribe if you feel to. I would love having you as a part of my book club family. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Love you all. See ya in the next video. Bye for now. And please do share the video.